Audiobook Summary. Audiobook Summary. Welcome audiobook summary based on a true story. Linda Sue Park's A Long Walk to Water weaves together two remarkable narratives, one from the past and one from the present, set in war-torn Sudan. In 1985, young Salva Long Walk to Water is a powerful, dual narrative novel by Linda Sue Park that tells the inspiring and emotional story of two young people from Sudan whose lives, separated by decades, eventually intersect in a profound and transformative way. This story is based on the real-life experiences of Salva Dut, one of the lost boys of Sudan, and it also features a fictional character, Naya, who represents the daily struggles many face in South Sudan even today. The novel captures the brutal reality of conflict, the endurance of the human spirit, and the life-changing power of access to clean water. Salva's story begins in 1985, when he is just 11 years old, living a normal life with his family in a southern Sudanese village. His world is turned upside down when civil war erupts between the northern government and the southern rebels. While sitting in school one day, gunfire erupts nearby, and the teacher tells the students to run into the bush and not back home. In a split second, Salva's life is changed forever. He becomes separated from his family and begins a long, painful journey on foot, searching for safety and clinging to the hope that he will one day be reunited with his loved ones. As the days pass, Salva joins a group of fellow refugees, many of them boys like himself, walking hundreds of miles across harsh terrain, through deserts, rivers, and across borders. Hunger, thirst, wild animals, and soldiers are constant threats. Along the way, Salva experiences heartbreak, such as when his friend Mariel is killed by a lion, and when his beloved uncle, who had taken him under his wing, is shot by soldiers. Each loss chips away at his hope, but somehow, Salva keeps moving forward. He becomes a leader among the boys, guiding them with courage and maturity far beyond his years. Eventually, Salva reaches a refugee camp in Ethiopia, where he stays for several years. But even there, safety is not guaranteed. One day, the camp is shut down by the Ethiopian government, and Salva is forced to flee once again. This time, he leads a group of over 1,000 boys on an even more dangerous journey to Kenya. This long and perilous walk spans hundreds of miles, with many boys dying along the way from starvation, dehydration, or attacks. Yet Salva persists. His strength and leadership help many survive the trek, and eventually, he arrives at the Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. Years later, Salva is selected to be one of the lucky few boys to immigrate to the United States through a refugee resettlement program. He arrives in New York, where he is taken in by a caring family and begins adjusting to a life of safety, opportunity, and education. But his heart never leaves Sudan. He studies hard, and after receiving news that his father is alive and receiving medical care in Sudan, Salva travels to visit him. That visit sparks something deeper, the desire to give back, to help others who still suffer the way he once did. Salva learns that his father became severely ill due to drinking contaminated water. In that moment, he realizes what he must do. He decides to dedicate his life to bringing clean, safe water to people in South Sudan. He starts a non-profit organization, Water for South Sudan, and begins raising money and awareness to drill wells in remote villages. His mission is clear: change lives, one well at a time. Running parallel to Salva's story is that of Naya, a young girl living in Sudan in 2008. Every day, Naya walks for hours, morning and afternoon, to fetch water for her family. The water is dirty and often makes them sick, but it is all they have. Her days revolve around this exhausting task, leaving little time for anything else, not even school. Naya's story gives readers a glimpse into the daily reality of countless girls and women across Africa who sacrifice education and health just to secure the most basic necessity of life. Naya's village is transformed when a team arrives to drill a well. For the first time, they have access to clean water right in their community. The well brings more than just water. It brings health, hope, and the possibility for education. And the man who made it happen? Salva Dut. The final pages of the novel reveal that the two stories we've been following, seemingly separate in time and space, are deeply connected. Naya's life changes because of the very boy who once walked across Sudan in search of safety. Salva's journey has come full circle, and he is now the source of hope for others. The novel ends on a hopeful note, reminding us that even the smallest efforts, even by a child, can lead to profound and lasting change. Salva once walked to survive. Now others walk to live better lives because of what he built. Linda Sue Parks' A Long Walk to Water is more than just a story of survival. It is a call to action. It challenges readers to think about global inequality, about war and peace, and about how access to something as simple as clean water can change everything. It shows that empathy, resilience, and compassion can cross continents and generations. If you've made it this far, thanks for listening to this in-depth summary. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring book recaps and life-changing stories. Your support helps us bring more content like this to life. And remember, every story has the power to change someone's world.